Alright guys, what's up? It's the Junkie and I'm back with another video. I had one of my subscribers, MCH1965, fellow Floridian. Thanks for viewing, my man. Thanks for watching my channel. But he had a question about how I picked the books I was going to pick and why I chose those books. To be honest with you, when we decided we were going to leave, evacuate for Hurricane Irma, I had literally probably 15-20 minutes to decide what books I wanted. All these books over here that you see stacked there, they were actually all downstairs. I was in the process of moving. I wanted to move all my books downstairs because I was afraid my roof of my townhome was going to get ripped off, and I am in the upstairs bedroom. So I had moved all those down, and then I still had all this and all these, and I have this little desk here is a makeshift desk, and it has 20 more short boxes here, and then I have all these behind me. So how I chose what books to take, honestly, I have a sentimental attachment to all my books, but it was strictly out of value and significance, as in like Grail or like signed books or whatever. So let's go ahead and get into the graded books I picked. Of course, I picked this book. It's my Grail of all Grails, my Hulk 181. I definitely wasn't going to leave her behind. And then I also had packed X-Men number 6, CGC 4.0. If you're new to my channel, I'm not a real big guy on grades. As long as it presents well and the cover's attached, I'll buy, like this one here, PGX 2.0, but it's X-Men number 7. It presents really well, and yeah, that's really all that matters to me. And then of course I have my Spider-Man number 1, Silver Edition, signed by Todd McFarlane and Stan Lee. So there's Todd's signature and there's Stan Lee's signature, PGX 9.4. When I went with my signed books, mainly the ones I took were all autographed by Stan Lee. Here's Deadpool, Suicide Kings number 4, signed by Stan Lee. So that was my thought process behind some of my graded books. Dark Avengers number 12, signed by Stan Lee. Of course, I got my Miss Marvel number 1 sketch variant with Michael Turner, signed by Stan Lee, a 9.4. One of my favorite Stan Lee signatures. I love this book. I've shown it a few times in a couple of my videos, but I really love that book. X-Men number 142, 7.0, signed by Chris Claremont. It's classic X-Men cover. I love X-Men, so that's why I picked it. And then I have my PGX 9.6 X-Men number 4, first appearance of Omega Red, signed by Stan Lee. And I actually have 2 copies of that. I have a 9.4 PGX signed by Stan Lee. I won these on eBay for a really cheap price. That's why I have 2. I believe I got both of those books with shipping for under 150 bucks. So I couldn't pass it up. Of course, anybody knows I love the book Hansie. This is my graded copy at a 7.5. Had to bring Hansie along. And then here is another one of my favorite variants. Batman Eternal number 19, signed by Chad Hardin and Ray Fox. And I love this book. I have multiple copies of this, which I'll show you in a minute. But I love that Harley Quinn variant. It's a German variant. It's limited to 999 copies worldwide. So, of course, I brought that. And, of course, my last graded book that I brought with me was Deadpool number 1, PGX 9.4. Wasn't going to leave that book behind either, so I brought that. That was all my graded books. Now for just some keys. Amazing Spider-Man 239, second appearance of Hobgoblin. 238, first appearance of Hobgoblin. like I said, guys, I just basically just rummaged through whatever boxes I could get to and pulled out whatever keys were in that box, or if I knew where they were at. But here's Old Man Logan number 66. First appearance of Old Man Logan, and I have 3 copies of it, so I brought all 3 of them with me. I've actually brought the whole storyline. Old Man Logan, or Wolverine number 67, number 68. Yeah, number 68. And here's 68 variant. 69. 2 copies of it. Issue number 70. Got 2 copies of it. Number 71. And I have 2 copies of it. Issue number 72. Red Skull in a Captain America uniform. And Old Man Logan Giant Size number 1. Then here's another little stack of books that I picked up. More Amazing Spider-Man number 39, number 40, and then of course Amazing Spider-Man 361. You guys can tell which box I went through. And I have 5 copies of this, all newsstand. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 5 copies of it. A lot of these, some of these books I picked strictly so if I had to flip in order to try to get some of my collection back. Some of these I wouldn't mind partying with. Amazing Spider-Man 252. I got 2 copies of it. Second appearance, I believe, or third appearance of the black costume. Of course, my ASM number 300, had to bring that. Let's see what I got here. Then, of course, my most recent favorite variant of all time is my Wolverine number 2 variant edition, the Vampire edition. There's 2 copies, 3 copies, 4, 5, 6, and this one is actually signed by Mike Mayhew. And I believe I have one more copy here. Yep. And another copy here signed also by Mike Mayhew that I got from Tampa Bay Comic-Con this year. That is by far my favorite variant. Up next is X-Men number 5, X-Men number 14, number 94. Let me see here what I got. Of course, my giant size X-Men number 1. I wasn't going to leave that one behind. And another one of my favorite variants is the cover swipe of Hulk 181, but it's Hulk number 1 variant edition. I have 2 copies of it. And then I got my Dynamic Forces Walking Dead 150 sketch cover with Lucille on it. Original from Dynamic Forces. Ken Hesser. So pretty cool. I got this on eBay. There wasn't very many that I saw on eBay. I'm not sure about now. I haven't looked it up in a while, but super stoked to have that book. I'm a big Walking Dead fan, so. And then I brought my 2 BCW containers here. And in these here are 2 of my absolute favorite favorite books. This one here is all handsy. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then let me open up my other one here, my other little box here. And you're wondering to yourself, well, why does he have so many copies of this book handsy? It's just, it was really hard to come by when I first started collecting them. Here's copy number 13. And this one here is the 49-cent variant. There's two, if you look up here, the 39-cent variant, and then I have 1, 2, 3 of the 49-cent variant, which are apparently a little bit harder to find. So that's what, 15 copies of Hansi. I've given out multiple copies to guys in the YouTube community as AOKs. Yeah, that's just like one of my books that I like go on the hunt for when I can. So yeah, nice little healthy stack of Hansis. And the last book that I brought with me are my copies of Batman Eternal. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I have 7 raw copies and 1 graded, so I have 8 total. I've given 1 away in a contest, but I love this cover. This is probably my favorite cover. Love Harley Quinn, and the last 2 right here I got signed 2 years ago at Comic-Con by Chad Hardin. If you see these 2 here. I actually gave 1 of these away in my contest to White Nova Comics. Shout out to Rich, one of my favorite YouTubers. But, yeah. But that's the books I brought with me. Just favorite covers or some Grail books, you know. I didn't have, like I said, I didn't have a lot of time to dig through my books and pick what I wanted. I had about 15-20 minutes before we decided we were going to leave, and my books were already stacked off. But this is for MCH 1965. Thanks for asking. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you were safe during the hurricane. But anyways, guys, that's the books that I brought on when I evacuated Florida to escape the hurricane. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this video, MCH. Anyways, guys, it's the Junkie, and I'm out.